trying to look tough, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you've got me cool, so.
Turn that light on so when you use that, so that can release when you do this video. checked. go turn down the radio. Okay, I'm gonna turn that radio.
check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check.
Good afternoon. Can everyone hear okay? All right, good deal. I apologize for our comments being just a little bit late getting underway, but I found it to be very appropriate that we were doing a ribbon cutting and open house today for our new hemp plant that is coming to Trigg County that we're very excited about. And interestingly enough, a lot of people are reporting that CBD oil is helping with some people who are going through cancer treatments, giving them some relief. So I just thought that was a little ironic in my mind today that maybe one day we'll soon be able to say this is something that can be used for medicinal purposes. At this point it cannot be, but let's hope one day that it can be approved. And so I want to thank you on behalf of WKDZ and WHVO and my radio family. We welcome you to the 9th annual Pink Out. Can you believe it's been 9 years already? Many of you have been here for every one of those 9, so that's an exciting day for us. The primary purpose of Pink Out is to raise awareness for the importance of testing and early detection of breast cancer. That is the primary reason that we Pink Out. Many of us do other things during this particular event, but our main thing is we want people to remember it's time to be tested and to be sure that those you love are reminded as well. Every year we have women who contact us to tell us that it is because of Pink Out that they remembered to make that phone call, schedule that appointment, or place a phone call to someone going through cancer just to say, I love you. So the whole purpose is awareness. Today, as we were decorating our facility, we had at least 2 people stop by just to make a donation. They didn't want a shirt. They didn't want to stay. They just made a donation because they know that we have a good cause that we're working with Pink Out. Pink Out is also a way to recognize our survivors, and there are many survivors here. Every year I make new friends, and I choose to look at that as a positive. It's making pink lemonade out of lemons. Today I've met 3 women who have just recently been diagnosed or going through treatment that are at our Pink Out. They may not step up when we ask for survivors because sometimes that's a personal thing. But they're here, and I've had conversations. So today I know I made 3 new friends already. It's also a way to honor those we've lost to cancer. And we will always remember all types of cancer, all loss, all love. We'll always remember. We'd like to personally thank our sponsors who have done an exceptional job of helping us to spread the word about the importance of mammography. Our pink sponsors this year, Trigg County Hospital. Bobby Wood is here. She has some of her help from Trigg County Hospital, and they are giving flu shots. If you've not had your flu shot yet this year, you can get that today over at the Trigg County Hospital booth. And they have been with us all 9 years of Pink Out, and we thank them very much. We also would like to thank Jenny Stewart Health, who has been with us from day one on Pink Out. Hancock's Neighborhood Market, Mallory's been with us through everything we do, but especially Pink Out. And if you haven't gotten your cupcakes yet, she's famous for Pink Out cupcakes, and she donates those to us and lets us keep the proceeds from the sales of our cupcakes. So there are still some over there if you'd like to have some. And then we'd like to extend a huge thank you for a gold level sponsorship from Pennyroyal District Health Department. Charles Hyder is over right now working with our young people, our Taekwondo group, because they're kicking for a cure, and they are the theme, breaking barriers, that you're seeing on our shirts. Thank you, Charles. We appreciate your support big time. Our silver sponsors are Pennyroyal Hospice. They've been with us from day one. I don't know if you've ever had an opportunity to use Pennyroyal Hospice in your life or not, but I will tell you that they are one of the most important partners in dealing with difficult times that I've ever dealt with in my lifetime. I would use them in a heartbeat. I've already told people that I care very dearly about if you ever get to that place, you call Pennyroyal Hospice because I want them there for you as well as for me. You can consider that an endorsement if you want to. Culligan of Western Kentucky, Lucinda Rager, is here with us, and Culligan has been with us right along every year with Pink Out, and we thank you guys very much. By the way, drinking water is an important part of treatment for all types of cancer. It's a very important part of your cancer treatment. And then we'd also like to extend a huge thank you to Champions Taekwondo. And we're going to talk some more about this organization a little bit later in our program. But if you're seeing these young people in their outfits, they have a great story to tell and have been a huge part of this year's Pink Out. And we thank them for that. At bronze level, Berkeley Plantation, Clara Beth Hyde has been a sponsor from day one. Suncrest Home Health, Parker Eye Care, Dr. Katie Parker, one of the first things she did when she came to this community is she said, I want to be part of Pink Out. And we appreciate very much Dr. Parker. Shady Lawn Nursing Home, Candy Denley is here with us today. I don't think I've seen her, but I know she's here from Shady Lawn Nursing Home. And then we want to say thanks to Toyota of Hopkinsville for all of our pink balloons. They've done that all 9 years of Pink Out as well. At this time, I would like to ask Trick County Judge Executive Hollis Alexander and Christian County Judge Executive Steve Tribble to come forward and make a proclamation.
Thank you, Beth. It's a great day to be here. We've had a ribbon cutting. I see Representative Walker Thomas in the crowd and Senator Stan Humphreys. Mayor King is with us. But Judge Tribble, what do we owe this great honor and privilege for you to be in Trigg County?
I want to be here for Beth today. Beth always invites me, and sometimes I can't be, but today I can, so here I am.
That's great. He always wants to try and steal Beth over to Christian County, but we're going to keep WKDZ and Beth here in Trigg County. I did bring a proclamation to read. If you all will bear with me, we'll do that at this time. Trigg County Proclamation. Breast Cancer Awareness Month Proclamation. Whereas October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and whereas October 19th is National Mammography Day, and whereas for women in the U.S., breast cancer death rates are higher than those for any other cancer besides lung cancer, and whereas breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer among American women besides skin cancer, and whereas 1 in 8 U.S. women, or about 12.4%, will develop breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. In 2018, an estimated 266,120 new cases of breast cancer are expected to be diagnosed in women, and whereas breast cancer in men is rare. In 2018, an estimated 2,550 new cases of breast cancer are expected to be diagnosed in men. And whereas death rates from breast cancer have been declining, and these changes are thought to be the results of treatment and advances, earlier detection through screening and increased awareness, and whereas mammography and x-ray of the breast can detect breast cancer up to 2 years before the physical symptoms can be seen or felt. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Trigg County Judge Executive, and Steve Tribble, Christian County Judge Executive, proclaim this as October 2018 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Thank you all. Thank you, Judge Tribble, for being with us.
And next, our Mayor of Cadiz, Todd King.
Thank you, Beth. Appreciate that. Whereas National Breast Cancer Awareness Month educates women about the importance of early detection for breast cancer. Deception mammography use has doubled and breast cancer death rates have declined. Still, many women do not utilize at regular intervals. In recognition of the fact is the best available method of detecting breast changes that may be cancer, long before physical symptoms can be seen or felt, and that breast cancer deaths could decline further if all women aged 40 and older receive mammograms at regular intervals. Therefore, I, Todd King, Mayor of the City of Cadiz, do hereby proclaim October as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I urge all women and their families in Cadiz to get the facts about mammography. Thank you, Todd King.
Thank you. We're also honored to have our senator from Trigg County, the first time in my lifetime that we've had a senator from our home county. We're very proud of Senator Stan Humphreys.
Hey. All right. It's good to be with you today. Thank you for an invitation. Thank you for the continuation of doing this every year. It seems like we always have a little bit of soggy weather, a little clouds, a little rain. I remember one time we had the big kid slide out there, Beth, and my daughter was at the very top of it. And this big gust of wind came by and blew the whole thing out in the parking lot out there. And my daughter, and my daughter. So they came climbing out from under it, but it was all good. I just want to say thank you to all the sponsors, those that are here today, maybe for the first time, that this dirty word has come into your life in the last year, since this was, that's 2017 Pink Out. Just a good reminder, always, for your checks and your mammographies and your exams and those kind of things. And we all have been touched by cancer in some way or shape or form, but just always be mindful of those routine checks that can be life-saving, life-changing. And so, Beth, I know there's many of your survivors here just like yourself today. We want to say a big congratulations to all those who are out here. And just have a good afternoon, and let's celebrate, what we have here in Trigg County and also just the beauty of life itself. So thank you, Beth, for having this again. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
WKDZ WHVO will be making a donation to Christian County and Trigg County relays after this event. Part of our proceeds from our sales for Pink Out will go to Relay, as well as all of the money raised today from donations received for Pink Out 2018. This year's chair, Pam Futrell for Christian County, will be the 2019 chair. Pam, thank you very much for being here. And then also Carolyn Freeman, who is the Relay for Life chair for 2018, and I think 2019 is still to be determined for Trigg County. Also, a big thanks to you. I appreciate you very much. Christian County Relay for Life began in 1993. Yes, you can do the math, 25 years ago. 25 years ago. Jim King wanted to honor a family member, and Christian County was the first county in Kentucky to host a relay. With the completion of the 25th relay this past summer, Christian County has now raised over $2.6 million for the American Cancer Society. Trigg County Relay for Life began 5 years later in 1998, and Christian County helped mentor Trigg County in that relay, much like they did in the Rotary auction several decades ago, in fact. Trigg County has also raised nearly $2.6 million. They have, in fact, been named the top per capita in the nation 7 times for their fundraising efforts. I find that to be phenomenal. We can do our math. 2.6 plus 2.6, Representative Walker Thomas, $5.2 million. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Good work there. $5.2 million. Know that your fundraising efforts are important. This past year, 3 of my friends, very close friends, were diagnosed with breast cancer. Each of those 3 had a treatment that was not available this time last year when we did Pink Out. Very targeted radiation that allowed them to have total treatment in 5 days. 5 days of treatment, and they were done with their treatment for breast cancer. That was not available last Pink Out. Huge. Danny Wagner and Pat Board have been with us every single year of Pink Out. And every year they've led our walk of honor. And today we will walk in the rain if you want to, because we know that there's a lot of rain and a lot of clouds in the cancer world. Not every day's bright and shiny. So we have Pink Out no matter what the weather. This is a much greater day than last year's Pink Out. So we're thankful for no sideways rain. Joan Lang is going to add a few words for us. Joan is MBA Cancer Control Specialist with the Penny Rile District for the Kentucky Cancer Program. I think, Joan, you've been at every single Pink Out as well. I'm trying to remember if you were here the first 1 or 2, but I believe you were. I think you've been here for every one of them. And every year you have some great words for us about keep on keeping on. So thank you for being here.
And thank you, Beth, and WKDZ, WHVO, for this very public celebration that when I was several decades younger would never have happened, because you could not speak about cancer, especially in public. We've come a long way. So we're finishing up October. This is the 26th. We have only a few days left. And in a brief period of time, you won't be seeing pink balloons. You won't be seeing nearly as much pink around as you are now. But I think we should remember that this is a great celebration. It's great to honor, but breast cancer is year-round. So instead of October 26th being the end of what we do for breast cancer, I think of it really, and this is a great kickoff, it's a beginning, folks. It's a beginning. We have 12 more months between now and next October to do what we can, and the research will go on, medical treatment will go on, but a lot of it is up to us women. And I have heard a lot of reasons why I'm not going to get my mammogram, and they make no sense whatsoever. If it happens that you are diagnosed and you haven't got your mammogram, the chances are it's not going to be early. It'll be later. And the reasons that you gave yourself and to others for not getting your regular mammogram are going to seem pretty pitiful. No one would like to hear the words, gee, I wish you had come to me and we had found this earlier, because that's where you are. Regular mammograms save lives. I encourage everyone to do it. If you're concerned about the new screening guidelines, I have a handout at my table that you're welcome to stop by and get. And as for the men, well, men get breast cancer too, and yes, it was said earlier, it is rare. But men seem to be, I'm just going to ignore this. I've heard that tale too. But I would say to the men as well, if you notice something that's not normal, don't sit around and wait and see how big, bad, and ugly the thing can get before you do anything about it. So please do what you need to do between now and next year, and we can celebrate again. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm going to veer from the program just for a second here, and that's always dangerous. My staff just went like, but I just learned that our U.S. Congressman Jamie Comer's in the House today, and I'd like to invite him to say a couple of words because he is here helping us with the opening of our new hemp plant here in Trigg County. And Congressman, if you'd like to make a few comments about that, you have spearheaded that effort for a long time. You've carried that flag for hemp, so if you'd like to make a few words, come forward.
Well, thank you. It's great to be back in Cadiz and Trigg County, especially today to celebrate the new investment that's moved into town. It's going to be a great opportunity to create new jobs here, a new taxpayer here, a new corporate citizen here, and it's going to create a lot of new opportunities for family farmers. But I also want to thank everyone that volunteers for I'm switching gears here. I want to thank everyone that volunteers for the American Cancer Society and everything that you do here. I lost my mom from ovarian cancer, so it means a lot to see people out here spreading awareness and doing everything you can to try to battle cancer. But thank you for everything you do, and if there's ever anything that I can do to be of any assistance, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you all. Thank you. All right.
I'd also like to thank our area newspapers for their breast cancer awareness efforts. Taylor and the crew at the Kentucky New Era always pink out, and I pay a lot of respect for them for doing that, and also our local paper, the Cadiz Record. So thanks to our newspapers for their pink out efforts as well. And then the last one is the hardest one, and I'm glad Cindy Allen Lax is now out of my view. She's been standing right there in that corner, and she's always the one that seems to make me cry. But I want to thank the WKDZ WHVO staff. They're my family. They're my best friends. And they're the reason we have a pink out. So when I was going through breast cancer in 2010, I was a tough girl. I didn't think I needed anybody. I didn't need help. And it took my best friend to say to me one day, you might not need me, but I need to be needed. And that really rung my bell because I never looked at it that way. I thought I could handle it on my own. My team kept reaching out, wanting to help, and I kept saying, I don't need anything. I got this. We're good. I just want to come to work. I just want to go to work. So finally, it was Cindy Allen Lax that talked me into letting us have an event, and the deal was this. It's not about Beth Mann's breast cancer. It's about awareness. And she's kept her promise. Our team's kept their promise, and many of them are here today to celebrate 8 years for Me Clean and to help us raise awareness for everybody, including people just driving down the interstate 600 feet away. So if you guys would help me in sharing appreciation for my team, WKDZ, WHVO. Love you guys. Today is only a day of increasing awareness and raising money. It's also a day of celebration. It's a day of hope. There are women in this crowd right now who are just hoping their treatment's working, hoping they got it all, hoping it doesn't come back, hoping for a cure, hoping it doesn't happen to their children, their daughters, hoping that our young people never have to live through the fear of breast cancer. It's about hope. Without hope, I don't know how people function. And without God and prayer, I feel for people who try without. I want to thank Mildred's Flowers. They sent a beautiful decoration this morning. They called and just said, we want to show our support for Pink Out. Would you mind if we sent a flower arrangement to you? And I said, wow, you know, how awesome is that? Isn't living in a small town wonderful? I mean, who does that? So thanks to Mildred's Flowers for thinking of us this morning and sending us a beautiful bouquet. Also want to remind you about the Pink Ribbon Network. They've been involved with Relay, and they've been involved with our organization, our Pink Out event, but they operate year-round, just like Joan suggested. They are there 365 days a year. They help women 24/7. You can call them in the middle of the night when you're having a tough day, and someone from the Pink Ribbon Network will step up to help. That's Ann Isom, Kathy Anderson, Karen Wheeler, Lisa Cunningham. There are a lot of ladies that are part of the Pink Ribbon Network, and they're just amazing. Their energy and their spirit is phenomenal. They meet the first Thursday of the month at 5:30 at First Methodist Church in Hopkinsville, and they would love to have you there, whether you need support or whether you want to be a person to provide support and mentorship. They'd love to have you. At this time, I want to bring the Champions Taekwondo group ahead. Charles Hyder, they came to us and said, you know, we'd like to do something with Pink Out this year, and we decided rather than having musical entertainment that we would have our young people involved. And I really love that. Anytime we can get our young people to understand about giving and about doing something for other people and about paying forward, those are life lessons that I think and I hope they'll remember forever. And these are memories for these young kids to be able to say they were part of a Pink Out event that was breast cancer awareness. And I think it's great that kids at that age start hearing about doing good things for prevention for cancer. So thank you, Charles. I appreciate it, and I'll let you have the microphone.
Beth, thank you very much. I know last year when I was here in my other split personality as the director of the health department, we had the opportunity to talk. My mother's a breast cancer survivor, and so it does have a personal effect there. But then also I look at my mother-in-law and her sisters and mother, all breast cancer survivors as well. Each of us is touched in some way, either directly or indirectly. And that was really the point that I bring up for the students of Champions Taekwondo and the family members of the Champions is to be a martial artist isn't just to be able to get into fights, break stuff, and do forms, but it's also to serve the community that they're a part of. So that's what brought about this today. So with you being a survivor and with anyone else who hasn't already bought a board, we do have boards over here. All donations we're going to give to Beth and the radio station to distribute. We have a board for you, Beth, to break. Hey, Billy, can I get you to bring me the pad real quick? We're going to let her warm up here real quick on the pad just to make sure we're good on everything. I don't know. It's either that or Dan that's sitting on this, so or it's Cindy and Kim, because it's all about you now. So all I want you to do is step back and step forward with your fist, just like you're just hitting that desk. No, we're going to hit on the bottom of your fist this time. You know when that exactly. All right. So come right on down into that. Don't stop at the paddle. Stop on the boom. All right. You're going to be. Ooh, I hate to be in your sales meeting.
Are great.
Sure, yeah. All right, so we do have Beth's board, our champion, Beth, but we got a challenge here. Your coat doesn't work, Beth, so here, let's get you your top. pull it over. Put your arms through.
Sales meeting's going to get a whole lot rougher now.
Only a couple did.
They show out. And it's Monday, so I'll still remember it by then.
And then you need your belt.
A pink belt. You guys do know we have an all-female sales team, right? 8 powerful women.
Tuesday and Thursday nights. All right, so we're going to do this again, but this time we got the board. Remember, just like your fight with cancer, sometimes it breaks, sometimes it doesn't, but you keep going until it breaks all the way through. There's your board. All right, but this is the part your team didn't know about.
I'm so surprised for them, too.
So, for Beth Mann, WKDZ WHVO, being awarded the rank of Community Champion for your commitment and dedication to the local communities of Trigg, Christian, and Caldwell counties. Her actions and selfless service in all aspects of her life exemplify the tenets of the martial arts and is therefore awarded this distinguished rank. Awarded October 26, 2018. Champions Taekwondo Center. And it is all about you.
No, it's not. Watch this, how quickly we can turn it. All right, so every survivor is going to become my community champion. So get up here if you're a survivor. Doesn't matter what kind of cancer to me. If you're a cancer survivor, let's get a group picture and celebrate this day. Fair enough? Bring it on. Yes, ma'am. That's great. You feeling better?
Oh, yeah.
You feeling like you're starting to get your hands around this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's 3 years and 10 years. I had skin cancer 10 years